Have you ever been on a date with a man who seemed perfectly reasonable, even charming? And yet something felt slightly off, something you couldn't quite name. It might have been something like a subtle undermining, dressed up as a compliment, that you could feel the little barb in. It could be a sense of being assessed rather than met, a remark that left you feeling diminished, wondering if perhaps you were too much, you were too opinionated, too particular, a bit fussy. You weren't imagining it. And today I want to talk about what you may have been encountering, because I think naming it clearly is one of the most important things that I can offer you right now, so you can really see it coming and avoid it. There's a vast and growing ecosystem of online communities actively teaching men to view women as adversaries, to be managed, to be trophies to be acquired, or even problems to be solved, to be corrected. And it's called the Manosphere. It's not a fringe movement, and there's a lot of money in it. It's in the podcasts your date listens to on the way to meet you. It's in the language he uses when he decides to talk about his ex-wife in a pejorative manner. It's in the subtle tests he runs in the first few weeks of dating to see how much of yourself you will give away if just subtly pushed. I know some of the following interactions from my own dating encounters. Some of them I refer to as skirmishes because they weren't really prospective relationships. They were power struggles. See if any of these things feel familiar. I want you to understand this, not to frighten you, not to make you approach every man with suspicion, but to arm you, because you cannot navigate what you can't name. Once you see it, you can take action, you can avoid it, you can find your agency. The Manosphere operates on a foundational lie, and that lie is that equality between men and women has come at the cost of men, and that a real man must reassert his dominance to reclaim what's been taken away. It's a victim mentality, and it produces men who frame dating as a game with winners and losers. Men who use the language of self-improvement, discipline, ambition, fitness, but underneath, they're building walls against vulnerability and emotional intimacy. These are men who are often in genuine pain. They're lost, and they're being handed an explanation for that pain that feels like truth. But really it's just a trap for them to fall into, and for you if you're not careful. And I say this not as an excuse to let him off that behaviour, but because understanding the roots of something is always more useful than simply reacting to it. So let's examine what this actually looks like. What are you watching for? Watch for the man whose profile lays down rules for women, what he will and he won't accept, what he will and he won't tolerate, what he expects before you've even met. This kind of language tends pretty consistently to be a precursor to controlling behaviour in a relationship. The bar is being set very low at the beginning. Believe it and avoid it. Watch for the man who opens a conversation by declaring that he'll never hit you, or proudly lists basic adult functioning like having a job or owning a car, as though these are remarkable achievements. This is not humility. It's a signal of what's to come. Again, a very low bar of behaviour that he's expecting you to tolerate. Watch for the man who sends something slightly sexual early on in his messaging, then immediately apologises before you have even had the chance to respond. He may just be probing your boundaries while giving himself plausible deniability, a quick way out. The apology is not remorse, it's a cover. If you receive an unsolicited, explicit image, I want to be absolutely clear. This is not a quirk or a misunderstanding. It's an assertion of sexual dominance without your consent. It is showing you who he is in the starkest possible terms. It's an immediate, complete, irreversible exit. Report it, leave, block him. And watch for the man who talks disparagingly about modern women, about feminism having ruined dating, about women being manipulative by nature, about having been uniquely wronged by women in the past. he's been reading or he's been listening to podcasts. What he has been taking in has told him that you as a woman are his adversary. Now, here is something I want to say really carefully because it truly matters. Most men are not in the manosphere, thank heavens. Most men are simply trying to connect in a world that has changed rapidly and given them few emotional tools to cope with that change. The manosphere recruits men who are lonely and lost, and it offers what feels like brotherhood and belonging while they remain unable to be in a real relationship. It's the stuff of porn, the porn world, and there's a lot of money in it. Understanding this doesn't mean tolerating behavior. It means being able to see it clearly, name it for what it is, and move on calmly, without drama, without wasting a second more of your precious energy and time. Just let them go. Your job is not to rescue these men. Your job is not to prove yourself to them. Certainly not. Your job is discernment, clear, calm, self-respecting discernment. The man who is available for what you are offering, genuine, conscious, soul-level partnership, is not testing you. He's not playing games. He's simply gently trying to get to know you because he's curious, because he's warm, because he's ready, because he's emotionally mature. That man exists, and there are many of them. And the clearer you are about what you are looking for, about what you will and will not accept, about the frequency that you are emotionally and spiritually, the more reliably you will find each other. If you'd like to build that clarity and a practical framework for taking into the dating space, my free Dating with Clarity guide is in the link below. And I'd love you to join my newsletter where I write about all of this each week. I'll see you there, from my heart to yours.